everybody. Welcome back to Melissa Hager TV. I'm so glad you're here. Maybe this is like your third or fourth video you're binge watching today, and I really appreciate that you landed here on my channel. Maybe you are a loyal subscriber and you get all my videos, and I'm so thankful that you check them out every time you get a notification. If you are first time and you're brand new, make sure you hit subscribe. We got lots of topics that we cover on this channel, kind of some craziness, some seriousness, some Greta Van Fleet, all kinds of crazy stuff. So you want to stay tuned in and make sure that you don't miss anything. Today, I am excited. I want to share this with you. I was told this by a very dear friend of mine, and she helped me so much and consistently asked me about it, so it made me more conscious of it. And I just don't think, when you're morbidly obese, I just don't think you think of this. I really don't. I don't think it's even on your radar. Before pictures and keeping track of your progress, so much more important than I ever realized. Ever. So important. You have to do this. You have to do this. Any weight loss journey that you're going to be on, you have to do this. Your mind is a crazy thing, and it will tell you you're failing. It will tell you you don't look any different. It will tell you you're still fat. It will give you images that are wildly miscued from what you actually look like. Take pictures. Take pictures. If you don't know this already, on your phone, anybody's phone, you can set a timer. It's right in your settings when you have your camera pulled up. Mine has a little clock, like a little clock thing I can click on and pick 3 or 10 seconds. You can take selfies. You can actually back up and take your own selfies by setting that timer. You hit the photo button and you get into position, and then it will take the picture. It will be on a delayed start. You have to take pictures. I actually made a before album in my phone. So in my phone, I stored a bunch of pictures of me at my heaviest weight and creeping up to my heaviest weight. And every time I hit a new non-scale victory, I take a picture of it. Like the first time I flew on a plane and there was a tail on the seatbelt. It was so exciting. There was a tail on the seatbelt. I took a picture of it. When I noticed I was crossing my legs more and it wasn't terribly uncomfortable, I took a picture of it. People are out and about with me, or we meet up for a hangout, I take a picture of us because I have pictures of us from before that I look way different. People are going to tell you you look different before you will tell yourself you look different. The biggest thing that weight loss surgery does is it gives you a quick, rapid weight loss. In the beginning, you have this little secret window where your eating habits are so drastically different that you can really fire off some pounds. Now, in the long run, you end up in a spot where you have to maintain more like a normal person, and you can eat a little bit more, so you got to keep your stuff together and make sure that this stays right, and that's a whole nother issue. But part of keeping this right is appreciating where you're at and not letting the mirror play tricks on you and tell you you're still big fat fatty pie. That happens. It happens. So take lots of pictures, store them in an album, put them somewhere for safekeeping, accept compliments from people when they're like, "Oh my goodness, you're looking really good." Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Looking back at your progress and look at yourself in the mirror and then take a picture of yourself and put it side by side with a picture from a year ago. It will be crazy wild the way your brain fires looking at the side up by side versus you looking in the mirror. Your collarbones start to surface. Your chins, like 4, 5, and 6, chins start to disappear, and you only have 1 and 2, or maybe 3. I'm kind of chinny. You see that? I don't know. I'm chinny. Your shoulders are more visible. They look more square, not as rounded. You see things in your knees and your joints. Like this bracelet, this smile bracelet. Oh my gosh, I accidentally bought this a couple years ago, 2.5 years ago. I was at Disney Springs and I accidentally bought this. It was one of those deals where it's a leather bracelet and then you buy they inscript it like however you want. And I wanted a smile bracelet because I have a smile tattoo. I wanted a smile bracelet. Well, I pulled off the large rack, but for whatever reason, this small was the first thing on there, not a large. So I didn't notice because I didn't put it on until I got home. And I was like, how come this bracelet doesn't fit? Like, there was like that much room. It would not fit. And look I'm wearing the smile bracelet, a small. I was going to actually give it to a friend of mine's daughter. She's a teenager. And I was like, oh, she loves like all my smile stuff. And I'm like, I'm just going to give this to her. And then I decided to throw it at my desk and keep it. And I just put it on today. Like, look at that. That's crazy. That's a crazy big difference in my wrist. Who would have known that you have a lot of fat in your wrist? I wouldn't know that at all. My rings are just crazy. Like I can actually just shake my hand and get it. Oh, there it went. Whoopsie. And get them to fall off. You don't realize how much fat you have here in the pads of your fingers. So when you're losing weight, a little bit comes off of all of those places. You look at yourself and you're like, I have so much fat in my stomach. I have so much fat in my legs. I have so much fat in my arms. And you think as you're losing weight, it's concentrated there. No, it comes from all over the place. You have fat on the top of your toes. Like your toes, the top of your feet, there's fat like distributed all over your body. So you can't wave a secret wand and be like, disappear from here. It doesn't work that way. So sometimes when you're looking in the mirror, everything just keeps looking the same. And you're like, why? My weight is going down and I look the same. What in the HE double hockey sticks is going on? But the problem is you're not taking pictures. You're not doing side-by-sides. Facebook, Instagram, perfect places. Memories. When your memories pop up, get those pictures. Screenshot them. Click save. Click the 3 dots, and then there's a save photo to phone or download photo to phone. Save those. Put them in your before album. Get an album started on your phone, track your progress, have your spouse help you take some pictures, have your spouse tell you, hey, what do you notice? Like, what do you notice is getting smaller? They will tell you. My husband shares with me all the time things he's noticing, and I'm like, really? I didn't even think about that. And he's like, oh, yeah. It's so cool. You have to appreciate that to make sure you have the will to keep going. Because at some point when that secret small magic window right after surgery is over, you enter into a life of having to maintain like a real human. Weight loss surgery, gastric sleeve surgery, Roux-en-Y surgery. When you're first out, I mean, your intake is so small and you're just naturally going to lose, even if you sit around on your butt all day doing nothing because you're eating such a small amount of food. Well, there comes a point when you can eat more food. You can eat a little bit more like a regular thin person, and you can take that too far, or you can learn how to do it correctly because you have this in a better spot. So use your brain, train your eyeballs. Your eyeballs and your brain are connected. Do that by taking photos. Lots and lots of photos. Do not, if you're brand new to going through this process, if you just started or you're just about to have surgery, take photos. Take a lot of photos. Lots of pictures. Facing the camera, to the side of the camera, the back of your head, your neck. Like, my husband has like a roll right here on the back of his head. Like, we've seen a significant loss in that. You don't even think about that. Like, that's not, I've always liked his head. His head. I've always liked his head. And I wouldn't even think that his head was going to shrink. Like, he's got a thick neck and it goes around here to the back of his head and it's getting smaller. I have noticed like what I look like up top here has changed dramatically. I never thought I was that puffy up here. There's bones in here. Oh my gosh. What? When you're obese your whole entire life, there's just certain things you think, I just don't have that. I just don't have that. So lots of photos, super important. Take lots of pictures. Please, even if you're far into this and you're like, shoot, I never took any photos. Go into your social media, go into your phone, go into an old phone, get out some pictures that you're in and make sure that you put them side by side with some of your current pictures so you can really look at it and you can say, oh my gosh, look at how far I've come. Look at that. Or reenact some of your old pictures. You got a 4th of July picture of you waving a flag? Grab something, reenact it, try to do the same position. I have a picture of myself in a beach chair in Florida, like a month before I actually had my surgery. And we just came back from Florida a few months ago. And I was like, honey, will you take a picture of me in a beach chair, like a lounge chair? I was shocked to look at the difference. I was like, wow, okay, look at there. And just to have those comparisons so you can keep appreciating where you were and how far you've come. Because your eyeballs are going to play tricks on you, and it's not fair, but it is just how it is. It just happens. Those of you on a weight loss journey, good luck! Crush it! Keep going. Don't be afraid to comment down below. If there's anything about gastric sleeve that you're wanting to know about, please comment below and tell me. I would be happy to make a video on it. And I want everybody to be successful with this. I really do. And if you have a spouse that's going through it and you don't know what to do, how to support them, what can I do to be better, just shoot a comment down below so that I can go through them and make sure that we all do our best and we kick this obesity's ass. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back soon.